Bound by fate, drawn by duty, or chased by fear, 6 souls band together to take up arms against the wrath of the Dragon Queen. When the chains of Avernus tighten, one soul claws for freedom, fleeing the ember-lit gaze of a fallen angel who would see them kneel once more. From the shifting mists of the Feywild, a hunter steps forward, guided by whispers of worms and prophecy, tasked with severing the heads of a cult that would wake a god. Once a brilliant inventor, an artificer helped create steel nightmares. Now, burdened by guilt, he is determined to dismantle his greatest mistake. In the shadow of noble halls, a man reborn walks a perilous path, his body reshaped by an elder horror, his mind defying the hunger that should consume him. Marked by twisted hands of the coven, a wanderer treads carefully, ever watchful for the eyes that seek to claim what was promised. A passionate painter with a thirst for greatness, this resourceful thief is always staying one step ahead of the undoubted dozens of consequences on her heels. From the pirate port city of Luskan to the sewers of Baldur's Gate, no nook or cranny is too lowly to find inspiration in. And as their journey continues, so too does the stirring of forces that would see them broken, or worse, bound. Hello and good evening, everybody. And welcome to tonight's episode of Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel D&D campaign to the award-winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. If you have not finished Baldur's Gate 3 and wish to do so, I encourage you to do so because we're touching on some spoilers and some post-game content throughout this campaign. If you have finished or simply are here for the vibes, welcome. Before we begin tonight's episode, first off, I haven't done it in a little bit. Shout out to Shepeku for these incredible scenes that we're using, and also their maps, which are incredible. They have like dozens of variations on like everything they post. So seriously, big shout out to Shepeku. Tonight's going to be fun. But before we get there, we have a wonderful cast that I would like to reintroduce to everybody. My beautiful cast, take it away.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her, and I'm playing Utazash, she, her, the Dragonborn Ranger / Rogue, who's remembered a lot.
Hello, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Cripbart across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they. I'm playing Leopold Guthmere, our resident Illithid scion, who is like oil and water, not mixing with this place at all. Just wants to find his friends and GTFO.
Howdy, I'm Meadow. I play Anaya. She is just an artist and nothing more, and is following the party around doing art things.
Hi, I'm Tony Rodriguez. Pronouns are he, him. I am playing Basu Brightbolt, our gnomish artificer. His pronouns are also he, him, and this is his first time leaving the material realm, but he really just wants to find his weird friends and go home.
Hello everyone, I'm PJ McGaw, pronouns he, him. I'm playing Marcus Hellhammer, no longer a fighter, now a paladin of himself. That sounds egotistical as hell. Really of Lathander, and which is so dope. And I am here to just you know, I just want to talk. I just want to talk. That's it. I just want to and we're gonna see what happens. And I can't wait. I just want to talk. Over to you, Cujo.
I am Cujo. I'll be playing everyone else. When last we left our intrepid heroes, some important blocks around Utazash's mind had been lifted. And Leopold and Utazash both made a discovery as to why Tiamat was so interested in Utazash and why there is this control over her through the name Zusa. They discovered that Utazash, or Zusa, was supposed to be the blue Abishai and eventually the blue dragon head of Tiamat. In revealing this, the Queen of Air and Darkness, aka Mab herself, appeared before the group and pulled them into the Feywild. And our second chances were all shown the worst possible nightmare scenario. As a means of torment, as a means of sussing out who was trustworthy and not, who knows. But some of our second chances were able to break free of this, and after a very clever game of truthful conversation with a little creature named Puck, they managed to free themselves from the ice maze and then eventually make their way to Mab's domain, a gigantic frozen tree. Two individuals were not amongst this group: Utazash and Anaya. Utazash, as Puck had stated, was being kept with Mab, and conversation was quite fierce between them. Anaya was kept separate from everyone, given her connections to a certain murderous deity. They thought it safe to keep Anaya away from everybody else. I would like to start with Utazash. The shadows around you start to clarify, and you feel oppressive, intense heat. You feel it in between your scales, and you can smell brimstone, fire, decay, and death. And as your eyes open and clarify around you, you cannot feel your arms and you cannot feel your legs, because as you lift your head, you are connected to something enormous. You are one of the heads of Tiamat. And as your vision clarifies, you can see thousands of individuals in front of you on this lava-cracked landscape as a portal is ripped open from Avernus before you. And you can see through it to see the material plane. And you hear her voice. Now it is our time. Now we break every one of them. We will make them bow. What do?
And just to clarify, the last thing I remember is what Leo and I had discovered in my memory, hearing Mab and getting yanked into my own shadow.
Yes.
And now I'm the head of the blue head of Tiamat.
Yes.
I'm gonna look over at the other heads. Really? You think You think this is very cute. This is how you are going to distract me from what I just saw. And she's like talking directly to the redhead. Do you think this is going to surprise me? I have not been gone from the Feywild so long as to not see through these tricks.
Make me a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
With a dirty 20, you can see the other heads of Tiamat look at you, but there's frustration and confusion until you feel yourself immediately awaken inside Mab's palace. You recognize you are on a bed. You are in what looks like personal quarters. And there are 3 Winter Eladrin who are standing over you and recoil. She broke through that rather quickly. We should inform the queen that she is awakened.
Yeah, go inform. Go inform her. Yes, go.
2 of them quickly leave the room, but there leaves one. The one who's remaining has snow white skin, cold blue eyes, and long white hair that comes down past their waist. You see that they've got a thin curved blade that is sheathed at their side, and they wear armor that looks like it's majority like dark leather, but with like platinum filigree lining. And they stand by the door and they just sort of cross their arms, just sort of eyeing you.
I'm gonna get up out of the bed. Am I in my gear?
Yes, you are.
And is there anybody else in the room?
No.
All right. I assume I came here with my friends. Where is everybody else?
They are safe. Worry not, Utazash.
Safe is very relative. Define safe.
Until such a time as Queen Mab has determined whether or not they are trustworthy, they are kept in her maze.
How long? How long have they been there?
Well, that sort of depends. Are we asking in mortal time spans, or are we asking in Fey? And you see, they are unafraid to kind of like meet you where you're at.
You know what? For fun, give me both.
In material plane, 3 weeks. In here, merely a few hours.
Well, that's long enough. Is the queen around now?
You will have to wait to see if she is accepting audiences at this time.
He's standing in the doorway.
Yep.
And it's open?
The door like started to close, but it does kind of hang open just a little bit.
I can see through it.
Yes, you can.
Oh, there's a hallway behind them?
Yes, there is.
Okay. I'm misty stepping past this person into the hallway.
You just hear this heavy sigh behind you now as you appear in this hallway. Where do you go?
Hi! I'm assuming I've been in this palace before. I am headed straight for what I remember is the throne room, because that's the only place that Mab is going to be.
You tear through these halls. You know the way, you have walked it before. And every individual you pass, they all look up with a start. And as you pass by them in the hallway, you could see the sounds of commotion beginning behind you. Eventually, you come to the two large double doors that are supposed to lead to her throne room. I take it you just step right in?
I mean, unless someone tries to stop me, I'm opening the doors and going directly on in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm using your D20 that you gave me to roll this, by the way.
I find that
I feel like it's
amusing.
fitting. There are two other Eladrin that are positioned at the front, and they've got long pole arms and much heavier armor. And as you pretty much storm up, A, they already know who you are, and B, they know that this shit is a little bit above their pay grade. Go ahead and give me an intimidation check with advantage to see if you can just stomp straight past them.
Okay. Oh, Utazash really mad. That's a 22. She's normally not intimidating. She's normally like the entire way here. Yeah, she's moving quickly, but she can't help but still kind of like smile, because there's probably people here that either she knows or thinks she knows, or is still like, oh hi, she's banking onto walls and like climbing on ceilings to get past people. She doesn't actually want to hurt any of these people. She just wants to get to Mab very quickly. So as she's coming towards these two guards, a lot of her thought is how to get past them quickly. And that probably just puts a very intense look on her face. So she doesn't even really mean to look mean. She's just thinking very strategically, which makes her look really, really intense.
They eye you as you are stomping straight up, and there's like this little like flicker of movement, like there was a small synapse that said, wait, this was the thing I should be stepping in front of. Maybe I should go do that. But then the rest of their brain kicks in and they go, no. So they don't move as you push those doors open.
Both of them. Right inside.
The doors drag across the ground, and you can see Mab's throne room. It is a long walkway, and alongside, maybe 15 to 20 feet down, is frozen water, like beyond freezing. And don't say ice, chat, shut up. Pooled around and beneath this platform where you see one grand throne, made of a combination of stone pieces from some far gone civilization that perhaps once lived here, and ice that just makes it grand and terrible and terrifying. She is mid-conversation with the two Eladrin when those doors push open. And she eyes you. And then she looks to the Eladrin. Stand aside. It seems dear Utazash has forgotten her manners. Please enter, darling. Let us have a conversation.
I'm going to walk on up. As they step aside, I will take the moment to bow. And it won't even really be a mocking bow. It will be like the formal, appropriate bow of respect. And the instant I'm done with it and I stand back up, where are my friends?
They are in the maze until I decide such a time when they are trustworthy enough to be brought before me.
Why did you even bring them here?
Well, I couldn't quite account for leaving any loose ends, now could I? After all, my wards over some key informational bits in your mind have been lifted, have they not?
It's my mind. Don't you think that I would have any say in it?
Normally, yes. But as we both are now well aware, it is not entirely your mind, is it?
Well, it's not yours.
No, but it is a terrifying prospect, knowing that the Dragon Queen can but utter your former name, and then you are hers.
Is that what you think? Is that...
She waves her hand, and a sliver of silver leaves your temple, and then she waves her hand, and there is a cloud of silvery energy that shows you draw your bow and fire it at Leopold. That is what I know, darling. It has been established clear as day that despite however long you've been in my care, that you are hers.
So, without knowing anything, that happened. The day before, she tried to do that, and it didn't work. Now I know what that was. Now I know what she was trying to do. At the time, I didn't even know what that was. I thought there was just some weird thing happening with those the Abishai things. She tried to do it then, and I fought her off. So no, not every single time. And that was when I didn't even know what was going on. How do you expect me to fight off everything that's going on without even knowing anything? You give me no information.
That's the point, darling. If you're well aware of her ability, of her hold, then that means that you and your excitable nature could play right into their hands, don't you think so? Wouldn't it be better if you simply didn't know? Didn't know that your parents gave their lives to see you escape that torment?
No, because knowing I can fight against it, knowing I can do things about it. You are asking me to track an enemy without even knowing anything about who or what they are.
To be quite plain, Utazash, 'twas not I who gave you that little command, but my delightful sister, in her erring ways and her flighty nature, issued you a command to bring you her heart, did she not?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that you are so worried. You are so concerned about me being... You are so concerned about the Queen of Dragons being able to just play with my mind when it seems like you are the one that has been doing that this whole time.
I understand. You've been on the material plane for quite a long time now. And while I understand you must be feeling some emotion, I have done everything I can to protect you. And if this is the thanks I get, after saving you all those centuries ago.
Yes, all those centuries ago. And how many times over all of those centuries have you taken everything away, and have I needed to rebuild myself? How many
If only you
times
were-
have I been forced to forget who I am and then remake who I am over and over again?
I was really hoping you would attach yourself to the Fey nature. We do it all the time, darling. It's a part of our cycle. We reinvent, we become, we change like the winds. That is what we are.
Do you get to choose when that happens?
She goes quiet at that.
Do I get to choose when that happens? That's the difference. When have I ever gotten a chance to choose? You know, the only time I've ever gotten a chance to choose was with my friends on the material plane.
What
How
would
many
you have
times?
me? What would you have me do, darling Utazash? How would you like me to wave my hand and fix this for you? Hmm?
You are so powerful. Instead of running from the problem, why have I not had a chance to face it? Why have I not had a chance to come up with some other option instead of being turned back into a child for you to watch grow again and again and again? Why have I not had the opportunity to try to fight this? Remove it? Why have you not just killed me at this point?
You ask why she hasn't killed you, and that standoffish, cold nature falters for just a moment. Allowing you the knowledge means allowing the risk. And I am empathetic to your frustration. I understand. But if you were left without any safeguards, knowing your connection, it would have been inviting her wrath to all seasons here. I made a decision.
Well, you made a decision over and 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 over again. And guess what? She's on the material plane anyway. And she's going to destroy everything anyway. And so all you have done is made it so that she's over there instead of here.
Not entirely. Why do you think they still are so interested in you? Go on, answer. Why?
That was the question I was asking. And then you decided to take my friends and me and pull them here at a time in where we don't have a lot of time.
You see, her feign nature is to pose questions and riddles. It is supposed to, like, put the brain puzzle on you, and being directly challenged back with it is her knuckles are even whiter as she grips the throne.
Utazash is kind of doing all of this on purpose. Like, part of this is her frustration and anger boiling over at everything, and then part of this is she knows she can't let this turn into Fey games, or else we will be here forever, and it's already been 3 weeks. So we are not playing. She will not give into the Fey part of her own nature. She's being as direct as she has to be, and as she has been on the material plane. that's what she's learned on the material plane, is be as direct as possible. And so that's how she is fighting back, is you need to tell me this.
I shouldn't have left you there too long.
You shouldn't have done a lot of things.
Careful.
Or what? You'll make me forget everything again? And then we'll just start this whole cycle over again.
It is here that I would like to shift the focus.
Right before I get smited. Come on.
We are going to shift to Anaya. Anaya, you awaken. Unlike everybody else, there's a little bit of rest that you find in these few moments. And so the smell of bloodshed and chaos, it's almost like a blanket as you awaken in pure wasteland. This looks to be where armies would once clash, and yet the thousands of soldiers that lie dead on the ground all encircle you.
I think she immediately reaches for something to paint or draw with. Is there something in hands? Yeah, okay, then she grabs some parchment and whatever color or utensil she can find and stands but begins painting very brusquely, very quickly, just trying to get the general structure of this circle, the layout, details of these soldiers' armor to see if that depicts time period and or sides that they were on, so that maybe she can do some research later. But immediately her instinct is to record, create, and interpret through art, so she begins doing that, shutting off any emotional response to the scene as she stands. This is not really confusing to her or new to her, so she doesn't pick up on the fact that she may not be where she usually is when she goes to sleep. But she is looking around and trying to get it right.
You wander through, committing every sight you have, both to memory and also to the parchment. As you pass a familiar-looking tiefling, and then a familiar-looking hexblood, and then a small gnome, and then a blue dragonborn, and an illithid, all lying on the ground immediately next to you.
I think her hand continues to move, even as her eyebrows start to kind of pull together in confusion. I do think she does the general wake up check. So she does the front of hands, back of hands, just very quickly, see if there's any blood on them or under the nails as she continues to sketch. But she does that every morning when she wakes up. So she's trying to see if she's actually awake, or if there is an indication that she did this. Because she doesn't see anyone or hear anybody coming, so she's still safe to keep drawing at this point.
As you check your hands, for blood. You, first off, absolutely. Absolutely. But you also discover that your hands are not your own anymore. As you hold your hands out, you see that your fingers have grown and elongated with like an extra joint. And at the end, there are long, sharp claws. Your flesh is not that of material plane. It is deep, purplish gray. As you recognize you have become that horrifying nightmare that Baal's chosen had once become back during the time of the Absolute.
Cujo, can I cry in this form? If I can't hold the paintbrush, I'm imagining, is it possible to cry?
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That's a nat 20. Rolled it on D&D Beyond. It never does that for me. Please let me cry. I rolled real good. Please let me weep.
The dice always hear you when you want to cry.
Rolling that 20 to cry is crazy.
You suddenly experience the feeling of lucid dreaming. And so when you start to weep, it's like your form shifts again. It shifts back. And you realize that this is not the typical nightmare.
I think she goes to like cover her face to cry, turning into this beast, and then sees the flash of a hand and just curls it and catches the dropped paintbrush. And I think that's all that she needs. If she can feel the paintbrush in her hand, then she can get out. If she can make art, then she can be real. And so she'll immediately, with these like clumsy, monstrous hands, try to clasp the paintbrush, and she will take out the forbidden pigments that she's definitely not supposed to use. I know, you put me here. Don't make that face at me. I have no other way to get out of here as far as I know. So unless someone stops me, monster hands, paintbrush, and I'm using the forbidden paints to paint the world's worst, most crude door. And it is the door to Leopold's room. Leopold sleeps separately from everyone else. And every time something goes wrong in the tavern, Leopold comes out of that room. And that has become like a beacon of everything will be okay. If Leopold can come out of that room, if Leo comes out, it'll be okay. Nothing gets past Leopold. Nothing is too big for Leo. So she starts painting his elf song door very badly with very big monster meaty hands, claws basically, to see if that will make the door real, because she's trying to get back to them.
I would say with a natural 20, that's a pretty fantastic way to do it. Yeah. That'll be enough.
I think she drops the paintbrush after sitting there trying not to look at her friend's bodies around her and is just concentrating on the details of the wooden graining of the door threshold and the intricate carvings of the molding on the side and the way the brass doorknob catches the light. And as she reaches for that doorknob with that meaty claw dripping in blood, I think it turns back into her hand, still dripping in blood, but in a way that the people who are teaching her how to be human would recognize. And so she opens that door, hoping someone's on the other side.
You step through, and as your form passes through that threshold, you just feel, oh, it's cold. Oh, it's cold. And it's like you blink a couple times, and you're upright, and you're in what looks like a forest. And like your hand, which had pushed this door open, rests on the trunk of a tree. Kind of look around a little bit. And as you do, you see that your hand is covered in blood. Because there are 3 dead Eladrin at your feet.
No! But I didn't do that, right? Can I do like an investigation check to Scooby-Doo this real quick, just to see if I did or didn't do this?
Sure.
Can I just
Yeah.
That's a 17.
With, hold on, I have to look up a thing.
I gotta look up if I did or didn't kill these people.
What was their
Look up
name?
Scooby-Doo rules, apparently.
No, hold on.
That's wild.
God damn it. What was their name?
Jesus.
Where are they?
Shaggy's.
Oh my
Oh,
god, my
is it-
brain.
Is it the little shit?
Yes.
Oh, it fell. Scalarius, something. That boy.
Oh, that guy?
Yep.
I killed the funky little butler?
No.
Oh, he might show
No.
up.
Yeah.
Oh no, please don't give me a funky little butler.
You mean the weird dude with the hat, right?
Yes,
Yes.
I can't. My
Sorry.
brain. Oh my god.
Scalarius fell.
Scalarius,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like Scalarius fell. Yeah.
Scalarius fell.
Oh god, oh god,
there
oh
you
god, oh god.
To the side chat.
Oh.
You look very intently at the wounds, and while they are artistic and a little extra gory, you do narrow down that the first strike was at the back of their knees, so that they would shrink down, and then the second blow was ear to ear. And as you are inspecting that, you just hear a oh, my lord, I hope you don't mind. I had to indulge myself just a little bit. As you can see, leaning against a tree just around the corner is this little imp who's cleaning off this crude, rough, black iron blade. They are wearing a like an overcoat with patchy fur around the collar and a hat.
I say,
Oh,
drop your weapon. I am pointing a paintbrush. Drop it.
am I to meet your delicious, murderous fate as well? Are you going to deliver it to me next? Oh,
I'm terribly sorry. I think you must have me mistaken for someone else.
oh no, Lord, no. No. How
I'm
do
from
you...
the sewers. No one calls me Lord.
And you see they sort of clean the last of the blood off of the blade on their coat, and they slide the blade back into their sheath. Oh, but you are. You're
Okay.
You're
is
his
sinister.
child. You're
I'm
his
sorry.
spawn. Therefore, I address thee
Oh.
as Lord.
And it's very nice to meet you. And your name would be?
Oh, I suppose, given past circumstances, perhaps the name has left you. Scleritus fell. And they give a very grand bow, their tail sort of whipping a little bit in excitement.
Listen, scoliosis. I don't have the time to converse with you on this particular matter, and trust me, I won't tell a soul about these murders. We all do things in our sleep that we don't mean. But if you don't mind, Subway sandwich, I have to go find my friends.
Oh, well, of course. But if I may be so bold, you don't have to keep it a secret. You can tell whoever you like. That's the beauty of it. Anyone should know. But I will respect your decision, Lord, and we can speak under more calm
No,
circumstances.
no. Funny thing, I just remembered I don't ever want to talk to you again.
Oh, would you like to kill me? Because that's what I've been waiting for centuries.
What? Are you following? What? Usually, when people approach me, it is for a debt or a portrait. Do you want either of those things from me?
No, but if
Then
you offer them, I won't be so upset.
What is your deal? Okay, I have to go.
All
My
right.
friend could be in danger. Don't ever follow me or find me or talk to me or think about me or try to get murdered by me or kill anyone else in my vicinity. Or have you ever considered just running in the opposite direction?
No.
Running. It's thrilling, and you are in my way, and I don't want to kill you.
They
Because-
step to the side.
Yes, thank you so much.
Scleritus fell. And if you want to know, your friends, the Illithid and the big burly one with the horns and the
I grab
mysterious
him
one
by
with
the
blade.
collar and pull him away. Where
Oh no,
are
they're-
they?
they're heading to speak with the Queen of the Air and the Darkness. I'm sure they're met with a delicious death.
No. Wonderful. Give me that. And I want to reach in. Can I take his weapon? I don't
Yeah,
really have one.
absolutely.
Great. And then I'm going to throw him away.
Wow!
And I'm going to start running wherever I can.
Amazing. It's at Jesus. It's at this point. Looking at our chat, there's just
Oh no!
Baby,
No!
come back.
Oh, he's back. You're back.
Not back for me.
Nope. No, not,
Yeah,
not
I
for
can-
me. We
I
may
can
have to
s-
refresh to
Oh.
see him.
Okay, we might have to do the rigmarole.
I
refresh.
saw Gujo for a moment.
I see people.
okay.
Okay.
I now have to figure out what is going on because this happened on Thursday as well. Everything is fine. The
Yep.
stream is up. For some
Yep.
reason, Video Ninja is just like, no. And I'm like, stop it. Okay.
Video just had a moment, but you're back and you're here, and it's
fine.
okay. Everything's
Okay.
okay.
We are now going to shift focus to eat the wet coffee.
Oh,
I just ran out.
Oh,
was something
water too. Hey.
Also, before we move on, I think that is especially heinous, like an SVU crime, because how dare you, Cujo, after I played BG3 Dirge Run for the first time and told you that I hated the funky little butler more than anything in that game, and you put him in front of me.
Yeah.
Who
I
chose to
did.
play a boss spawn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I thought I'd get
Yeah.
a sweet little butler, not the same funky little butler.
Listen, we all hand Cujo knives, so it happens.
This one was really pretty.
I hate that little guy. Every time you put him in front of me, he's getting thrown.
Getting thrown.
I mean, now you're just encouraging
Oh.
Cujo to put him in front of you. So there you go.
Mhm.
It's what he wants. Huh? We're going to shift to Basu, Marcus, Leo, and Winnie. You are led into the trunk of this gargantuan frozen tree, and as you step inside, you would think that the cold would lessen, but it only gets colder. The wind has stopped, but now the still air seeps into your bones. You are greeted by an Eladrin who stands sort of in this grand entryway. They wear black and white robes that sort of wrap around them, and their hair is perfectly up in this bun, and they stand with cold grace. Am I to understand that you wish to speak with the Queen of Air and Darkness?
Yeah, I think that's why we're here. That's why we're here, right?
I mean, we're trying to get our friends to get out us. If we gotta go through her to do that, then yeah, that's
Shouldn't
what
be
we
here
gotta
in
do.
the first place, but
Well, is there anything you need before standing in our presence?
no.
I assure you. Very well. She will turn and start walking and then just look back. Follow. And you are led to a large set of double doors that two heavily armored guards stand in front of. They escaped her enchantment. They wish to speak. And these two guards, who look a little put off, slowly step to the side, and it's here that you can hear the angry conversation happening within. I have a question for Anaya. And I think I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Don't make me get lost.
No. Would
Okay,
you
great.
go through the front door?
No, I'm a sewer rat. I am going to be looking for the smallest available hole/tunnel in order to squeeze in undetected, because I don't know what the defenses are like inside. I am not as familiar with this place. So
Okay.
no, I'd be doing, vents, side doors, cracks in a window, any type of anything else I can get into.
Give me a perception check first to see if we can find a method of
Okay,
ingress
that's a
for you.
26.
Okay. You find an Anaya-shaped hole in the wall of the
Looney
tree.
Tunes. Thank you.
No, you find in the roots of this gigantic tree, there is a split in the wood that
Mhm.
you're pretty sure you might be able to slip through.
I think I get most of the way in and get kind of stuck at the hip because like my belt, all my bags, my extra stuff that I'm carrying, and now that I've used it, there's no holds barred. I'm taking out the forbidden paint and I'm gonna paint a little like black strip up to widen the hole, just to shimmy through a little extra now that I'm familiarizing myself with these marvelous pigments.
All right. I will now need a stealth check from you.
Hey, no fair. I did real good getting through the tree hole.
You did, but now you're inside and there's like people with weapons and shit.
This is nuts. That's a
Nuts.
23.
Okay. Yeah, do a quick.
No,
Okay.
if you're gonna roll, I want to re-roll. This is unfair.
Oh. It's unfair. That has such whatever mom energy attached to it.
Shut up, mom. Yeah, truly.
That's enough from you today.
What did you get on your fancy second roll?
Oh, I didn't re-roll. I was just
I thought you were.
joshing you. No,
Okay,
I was
okay,
just,
okay,
I was
okay.
just yanking your chain. I'm sorry. I was just.
No, you're
I was on a bit parade. I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
We love the bit parade. You navigate through this outer hallway until you hear the familiar sound of some of your friends. And
it's Dash arguing, isn't it?
you hear that echoing pretty much throughout. But I really like the idea that as everybody else is like starting to follow behind that one Eladrin, you just like fall like right behind Marcus, like not even making a sound.
I love that so much. I think I would very gently tap on Marcus's shoulder just so that he knows I'm there. But I wouldn't be announcing my presence to anybody else in the front because I don't want to start drawing attention by like turning heads back towards me. So it's more of just a boop boop. So I hope Marcus is in the mental link and able to say something helpful. I don't really know what the state of the mental link is here. So, it's a little tap, and that's all you got. Marcus knows Anaya is here.
Yeah, definitely like a confusion. Look over, forget that I'm like 6 foot goddamn, and look down and go. In the mind space, hey, I think I found our artist extraordinaire. She's right with us.
Anaya, where'd you get that? Where have you been?
My dude that killed me. Oh, out of character. Oh God.
I'm marking down. I have to make a GIF out of that.
She came with props today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Anaya inside the chat in semi.
So the question is Marcus saying this in a way to get us not to react because to be fair, we all just went through trauma and we couldn't find 2 of them. So I don't know how unlikely it is that Leo doesn't just turn completely around to ensure that it's them. So unless you're giving clues to say, don't say anything, I think he's turning around.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do, but I think it's like that sound clip of like, don't turn around, but he's right there. What? You know what I mean? Like, it's your choice to look, but Marcus is
But
like,
that's what I'm asking. Like, is he giving that energy, or is he just saying it? Okay,
yeah, no, he's definitely trying to be like, hey, no, like, don't worry, don't be calm.
heard.
She just joined us.
Gotcha.
And then I guess my question is, do I hear that? Wait, no, I don't. I'm still not in the mental link. Never mind. No, I was not put in.
The non-detection is technically not down
That's
yet.
true. That's true.
Or even if it was down, you hadn't put me in the mental link yet.
And put you
so
put him into link yet. Yeah.
never mind. As soon as I said it, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I'm like, nope, never mind.
Yep. Okay. I have a passive insight of 17, so I think I can read that and not stress. But you know that he's jumpy in this area.
If,
So just,
if anyone does look back, Anaya looks relatively unharmed, blood on her hands with a stolen weapon. What do I what am I holding?
pause. Relatively unharmed with
Yeah.
blood on your hands.
Yeah.
Oxymoron.
Right. I'm unharmed. I just have blood on my hands.
It's not hers.
Yeah, this tracks. I don't know why this is confusing.
All right, soldier, calm down.
Yeah. I mean, it is Anaya. Let's remember
You should
that.
see the other guy. They're dead.
Team
could
Dog
be
Tags over here going
could
through
be
wars and
painful.
stuff. Stop.
Listen, I have been stabbed by her twice. This totally makes
I'm
sense.
so sorry about that. We have to put someone else on watching me duty at night. We really do.
I volunteer as tribute because the minute you start getting stabbed, I'll just put you in a bear hug and I'll just be like, just shaking you like a baby, like
Air jail.
Air jail. Yeah. Oh.
Hey! Your timing is perfect.
Save us from this chaos.
What happened?
Help us.
What
No one
are
knows
you
what to say to
talking
Mab. Help.
we are literally about to step into Mab's place, and Naya just joined us.
You're about to,
Okay.
yeah, you're about to arrive just as Mab is about to kill me. It's great.
No,
Oh, geez.
no. I'm stressed. I'm stressed.
Okay. Is there anything I need to know immediately?
Not particularly, other than Anaya may or may not have blood on their hands.
I mean, she
It
does.
could be
Yeah.
paint, but it is blood. I will let you know that.
Heard. I will say, I was going to say, in the mental link before Anaya has joined here, that when he was like, "Is there anything you need?" Leo's like, "Remember when he said, don't answer any questions, don't give them any information." It felt like a trap. So we're definitely in their territory.
Okay. Yeah. So, recap of when he said, do not give them your name. If someone says, "May I have your name?" you say, "You may call me." Because that is not giving your name. It is telling them what they can call you. That's the big thing. Also, don't accept gifts or food or drink.
Mhm. You all step through the doors. As Utazash, would you mind repeating the last thing that you had said? The one that made Mab go, "Careful."
Oh, I said so many things, though, that would have made her say that. What was the one thing that I said?
You made a lot of bad decisions.
Oh, yes. That, yeah. You made a lot of bad decisions. And then the doors open, and I'm going to turn and see my friends.
Mhm.
And then for the first time since waking up, big giant smile. Well, thank you at least for that. That is the first good decision that has happened. And then I'll turn to look at all of you. Are you? I'm not going to ask if you're okay because I know the answer to that is no. Come here. And she's just gonna run to you and like start hugging each of you like separately. Whoever she hits first is who she hugs, but she will hug each and every one of you.
Mm-hmm.
As you hug, there is a crack in the ground of this elevated platform over that frozen lake. Allow me a moment, because I did not free them. And so first, as pressing as your concerns are, I have a minor bit of business to attend to. Puck. And you just hear this crackling almost as if he's being pulled from the ice that represents the stone you walk upon, the form of Puck for Anaya. This half Pinocchio, half humanoid nightmare creature looking thing gets ripped out of the stone and is hovering immediately in front of her. Oh, sorry. They were really great at playing a game. Go ahead, Utazash.
Do I know who Puck is?
Yes, you do.
I've
I
finished
feel like Puck was always the person you would wake up and talk to whenever you'd come back from the material plane.
I kind of figured. I also kind of figured she likes him. The two of them get along. Utazash finishes hugging everybody, turns. Puck, hi! It's good to see you.
Hi.
What's going on?
Well, I may have let your friends go because they beat me at a game.
Then you didn't let them go. They beat you at the game, fair and square, right?
Surprisingly, yes. That Marcus is really smart. And as he says that, you just see his mouth immediately close. That is enough words out of you, Robin. Now. And she rotates her hand and his floating form slowly turns to face her. You were given explicitly clear instructions that they were not to leave the maze. And yet here they stand before me. You allowed an illithid out of the maze and now stands before me.
That's my friend you're talking about.
One thing at a time, Utazash.
This sounds like the same thing we are talking about.
Puck. I will deal with you later. And she just simply moves her hand up, and the form of Puck like immediately starts soaring directly into the ceiling, and you hear the as he is stuck in place on the ceiling. Fine. You want me to speak plainly, like your friends all seem to enjoy to do upon the material plane? Yes? You wish me to abandon my very nature? Fine. She is not entirely on the material plane. It seems she found a means to circumvent the ritual that holds her in Avernus. But only just so. She is incomplete, and yet still has tried to stake her claim, believing herself strong enough to do so. But now that she is partially upon your favored plane, if she finds you, then your birthright can be complete. You would still become her fifth head if you face her directly, if you are not careful. That is why I would twist my sister's head from her shoulders if I could, for impregnating the idea in your mind to hunt the Dragon Queen herself down, because it would bring ruin. If you are not careful, you will be hers.
Well, then I should be careful, shouldn't I? I should learn what I can. Like a good hunter does. I should be prepared with people who I trust. like I have been. Powerful, smart people who are able to get out of any situation. You know, like mazes and cages. And she indicates her friends around her. And I should be prepared with all the information that I need in order to fight back and not be told to sit and be a child again. And your sister did not put the idea in my head. I was already tracking the Queen of Dragons before I even went to her. I would have gone after her no matter what. I would have been on this path, regardless of who I would have brought the heart to. The only difference is, and she looks down at her arm where the bracelet is that she got from Titania and takes it off. The only difference is I wouldn't have this. That is all. But now I have the opportunity to stop this. To actually stop this. You have just been delaying it. So instead of making me forget everything that I have done, instead of making me forget friends again. And she reaches behind her and pulls out a piece of paper she's been hiding away and unfolds it. And then looks down at her arm. The few friends that I've ever been able to remember, out of all the people that I have forgotten, instead of hiding me away, give me the opportunity to fight back. Trust me to fight back.
Make me a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm.
Can I offer the help action somehow?
How do you offer the help?
I think Winnie will step up next to Utazash. She'll place one hand over her heart and incline her head to the Queen of Air and fucking Darkness. Your Majesty, I think you know as well as anyone that if Utazash and the rest of us are not given the opportunity to stop her, she won't stop. If not us, then who else?
Go ahead and take the help action. Utazash, she will roll with advantage.
That helped a lot. That's a 24. When you step up, after you bow, Utazash grabs your hand and in Sylvan says, "Thank you, sister."
So the funny thing about time is that it is a finite thing that you really can't shift, not unless it gives you permission to. And he's no longer a chronologist, so technically, by rules, the non-detection only lasts 8 hours, and we rest it, which means it's gone. Leo is staring at the Queen of Air and Darkness. And Utazash, we just feel a whoo as she's added to the bond the minute he stepped in. Which means I'm going to use my reaction to let you roll a d12 and add it to that ability check. D10, 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 D10.
D10. That's an 8. So, that's a 32. In your mind, for the first time in a little while, you all hear, "I am so happy you are all okay. I was so worried when I heard you were in the cage, the maze."
Mab ponders. Fine. But, as with any deal, there are conditions.
My conditions are you let all of my friends get back to the material plane safely, and we get back the minute after you've taken them. Every moment they are gone is a moment the Queen of Dragons gets on top of things. Those weeks are weeks that we cannot afford to be gone.
And thus you will know my condition. You and yours will be returned to the moment you were taken. In your little tavern on your beloved material plane. After you do one favor for me. And to sweeten the deal, my dear Utazash, since apparently I have made so many mistakes, allow me to remedy them. Once you return, you will not come back here to this realm ever again.
Winnie, you feel Utazash's hand start to shake. And there's a very long pause. And I'm going to roll something real quick, because for the first time in a very long time, Utazash is going to try not to let something show on her face. And it's going to fail miserably. She looks devastated. But what you hear her say is, "I don't agree to anything until I know what the favor is that you want us to do first."
Someone is cavorting with individuals on her side, offering them resources and information about our beloved Feywild. You, being the experienced and masterful hunter, you will be given a mark, and you will see that punishment is done upon the individual aiding them. And upon the completion of their murder, will you return?
I'll need more information than that. As you know, what have they been doing?
Some of our flora has been taken and offered to the cult. And as she says it, it's like it's almost a curse word for her.
And there's a moment in where, despite still looking absolutely devastated, Utazash can't help but snort and go, Reinhardt.
Ah, so you do have enough information.
We found out about what he was doing. At the same time that we found out about what was going on with me.
Divine providence.
No, just a lot of hard work.
Find him. End him. And your return will be complete.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
I will add my own D10 with the reaction. I don't trust her. And it's funny, I was telling some other players that you should just be able to trust people. I don't trust her. I just refuse. That is a 24.
With a 24, as brutal as she is being, I just burped. Shut up.
It's a brutal burp.
She burped. It's weird.
Wait, nope.
She doesn't seem to be lying. In fact, it's almost as if she wants to be able to, but she can't. There's something in her nature that is preventing her.
I have some more questions about what is going on with me and this hold the Dragon Queen has on me that I need answered before we go after Reinhardt. And those must be answered first. Agreed?
This sounds like another deal, but
This is
I'm
not
feeling gracious. Ask your questions.
In the mental link, you're going to hear Utazash almost in monotone say, I'm going to ask my questions, but if there's anything else that you think of, let me know. And then out loud, she's going to say, so why was I never just killed?
Leo, I'm going to let your insight check ride. The very nature of Mab is to be cold. It is to be blunt. It is to be honest. And as much as she is trying to remain hardened, this question causes a crack in her armor. Because you were like so many. You were small. You were helpless. And as much as I detest those on the material plane, I grew fond. And thus the very idea of ending your mortal life became impossible. A mistake I won't make again.
And what would happen if I died?
A new Dragonborn would be chosen. A new Dragonborn would go through the rites, and her essence would be infused into them, destined to be the fifth head.
Is there any way to actually remove this gift, or will it just cause the same issue and she'll pick some other Dragonborn?
I believe you just answered your own question. If you wish her influence removed, I'm sure there are rituals, divine works that you can look to. I wish beyond creation, beyond my domain itself, that I had the power.
Really quickly, to read between the lines as a ritual caster, someone who understands the intensity of the process, just hearing some of the context clues, it sounds like, just for Leo's sake, it sounds like no matter what, either Utazash dies or Utazash removes Mark, no one can have it because Utazash is still here. The minute she goes or it's removed, it goes somewhere else regardless. So the cycle's going to continue. Right now, it's stagnant because Utazash didn't give in. Heard.
Utazash didn't give in and literally had centuries away from Tiamat. So that, I mean, it's still very dangerous to have any direct dealing with Tiamat, but distance has proven somewhat useful.
And Tiamat has been stuck below too, so she hadn't had a lot of ability to even travel or look or see. So, okay, heard.
But every time she found me or her cultists found me, Mab freaked out. And yeah. In all of this time, and all of these years, centuries, and all of this time, you never found any way to fight back against it or block it without just wiping every bit of my memory?
You make it seem as though it were easy. As though it was a simple wave of my hand. That it was nothing but a mosquito to swat at.
No, what I think is you are ancient and powerful and had time. And that at some point if anyone could have, that you would have tried, and it would have been you.
She rises from the throne and starts slowly walking towards you all.
Leopold floats forward just a bit.
And to be clear, while everything else has been like anger, that last bit, Utazash is just like, she's picked up on the motherliness of all of this, and that last bit is Utazash devastated.
If I had sent for any link, any information into the hells with the intent of finding a way to remove this mark from you, I would be opening the door to ruin. I did everything I could within my power while keeping my domain whole. And I wish I could have done more. With everything that I am, I wish that I could have done more. And you can see, as she is now just a few feet from you, her expression is still hardened, but it is clear that she is just as regretful and a little emotional. But it's her very nature to remain in this way.
Question.
Answer. Sorry.
Heard. Love it. I'm not saying, and I'm actually going to do a quick look, but I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I'm not saying like there aren't Fae gods necessarily, but for the Fae, like someone like Mab, someone like Titania is like the creme de la creme. You're at the top. You are what the top Fae is. She's saying she wish she tried, etc., etc. Is she admitting to being weaker than Tiamat?
Can I jump in here for a second? Because I think the Fae, and especially these powerful Fae, these Archfae, they are they're bound by what they are. They're personifications of things. And so Mab is essentially, it's not that she's weak, it is she's a personification of, like Laura at one point said, winter. She can only be what she is. She can't even conceive of the idea of some of the things that Utazash is even suggesting.
I love that, and I hear that, and I don't want to say that's not a true statement. I don't want to say that at all, but there's a level of you are what you are, but you're also, there's an omniscience to your understanding, even if it's a different understanding. Personification of winter, she hasn't frozen hell over, she hasn't tried.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Leo is picking up on.
Yeah.
You claim to be, and we are nothing compared to you. We're humans, well, not really. We're tieflings and hexbloods and dragonborn. We should not be doing this work, and yet it has somehow been destined that we have. And those with more power didn't even fucking try. That's a problem for Leo.
Yeah. Is Leo going to do anything? Because
No.
okay.
Yeah, he's not, and he's not interrupting. He's just, it's the analyzing of how he's seeing the world. And it's like, you know how BG3 has like, a favor system, like he's all the way over here. He is all the way over here. It's like, that's the final straw. You didn't even try. We're willing to die a try. You didn't try. And if you did, you should tell her. But you haven't, which means you didn't try.
Yeah. Utazash is openly crying and looks at Mab and says, I know that you did everything that you could. I believe that. I truly do. And I think letting me go to a place that can do things that does things differently than the Fae is probably why we will win. And so I accept your terms. And I will miss you.
There is a shift in her expression. It's like the nail in the coffin. I wish you and yours well, Utazash.
I wish you well as well, my queen. And she bows and turns and walks out slowly.
Map doesn't move, and it's not. There's a difference between remaining stoic and hardened and cold and being afraid to move because then you might break. She looks to the rest of you.
Anaya looks around, and if no one moves, she's gonna do that little like jerky thing. Like, if I move, is that uncouth? And is trying to kind of just gauge faces and expressions because she's already drawn the thing. And Anaya always gives the thing she draws to the person she drew it of. So she's like checking for approval. Like, is this too dangerous? Should I stop? I'm gonna go. Should I not go? And if no one physically stops her or makes a face that looks, like, then she's just going to take a few steps forward. Is anyone making that face?
Feel at the very least a pressure building in front of you to hold you back.
I think she goes to like move, and the paper crinkles against kind of like nothing, and she goes, yes. All right, I'll hold on to it. And she is scanning because she's not in the link, so she's trying to figure out who's doing that, but her eyes go to Leo and Winnie first, knowing their skill set better. And we'll trust them. She's not going to say anything or push until it's safe to do so.
And I don't know if you'll be able to infer it at all, but like, it's not you can't do this, I'm going to hold you back, I'm a parent. But we've joked about it, but to say it out loud, Leo is to logic, Illithids are to logic, where Fae are to emotion, and you are witnessing emotion in front of you. We don't know what happens if she moves.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Can I do it? May I roll insight? because I'm also not as familiar with Leo as everyone else is.
Go for it.
And I'd love to see if that's something that feels more like a caution tape or feels like a door locking in her face. Oh, that's a 25. So I think I'd get the vibe that it's not like a a hard forbiddance. And so she'll stop, look at you, realize where it's coming from and what it kind of means. And she'll look down at this in her hands. And in her mind, she goes, but it's really good. And she's going to take a couple of steps forward. With the page in her hand, and her hand is out, like extended. She'd like to attempt to. She's not coming up the stairs. She's not approaching the throne. It's very respectful, approaching the bottom of wherever the Queen of Air and Darkness is. Just trying to be like, kind of like a toddler showing you a stick figure drawing that they took like 8 hours to do. Hoping you'll put it on the fridge.
Is it only an image of Mab?
No, it is not. Thank you for asking. So this particular drawing is actually of Utazash and of Winnie holding hands in front of Mab. And it is not Mab as we see her, because that's how she is presenting herself. I think Anaya has learned by being here that things are not as they appear. And so with Cosmo having true sight, she will have been drawing Mab as she truly is the entire time in front of Utazash and Winnie. And I don't think this particular queen has too many things of her in her truest form. So that is why Anaya's risking it to present it to her.
She looks down at this drawing and makes eye contact with you. Her expression shifts again, but it's not in anger or frustration. It is grief. As she holds her hand out.
Unfortunately, Anaya is a sewer rat and a cheeky little shit. And will say, I had heard we must make a deal before handing things over.
They taught you well.
They are good teachers. My only stipulation, Your Majesty, is this. I would like an answer to a question that only you can answer.
Ask, and I shall provide you the knowledge, and in return, should very much like to have that drawing.
It would be an honor to give it to you. Now the question at hand. As she tries to compose herself into seriousness, because she is very excited to be able to give a piece of art to someone of this stature. She says, I will make this simple. Why was I not fit to be tortured in the way that my friends were? Why was I put aside?
Your nature. The deep urge within. That is what separated you from the others.
No. Ha, see, because I did thinking when I was there, and it's actually your doing. So you did that. not what's inside of me. Because yes, my nature is quite morbid, I will give you that. But my nurture, I've decided, is something altogether different. And championed mostly by the people in this room. I'm so sorry, and I don't wish to file a formal complaint, but I do feel a bit discriminated against in your means of torture. Next time, if I am pulled back, I would like to be set in the maze of trauma the exact same way as the rest of them.
I exist outside the concept of time. I am ageless and I am eternal, but I assure you, I will remember this conversation should you ever be forced to return.
A great honor, thank you. And for you, and she rolls up and gives the sketch. She hands it over immediately. She just wanted to advocate for herself to be tortured the same as everyone else. And will then step right back and is looking to go towards Zash. Like if no one else is turning to leave the room, then after Anaya has said her piece, she'll make sure Zash isn't alone and will go after Utazash.
Mab takes the drawing and she holds it close to her chest as she looks to the remaining individuals in her throne room. Not expectantly per se, but she is here.
Excuse me, Your Highness.
Yes.
I'm not here to make a deal or anything. I just wanted to say thank you. I know the maze is supposed to be a torture, and I don't know if you saw what was going through all our heads, but you showed me my sister again. I miss her a lot. I know that wasn't your intention, but I really appreciate it. And if you did see what was going on in my head, you know I lost her. She was meant to be a shield for others, and I am now going to become that shield. Fate has given me 5 more brothers and sisters, and I promise that nothing will happen to them as long as I breathe. So, not a deal, but one kindness to another. Thanks for showing me my sister, and I will protect yours.
As you turn to step away, you hear her say, "You promise."
Yes, I promise.
She gives a nod. I will remember this.
Just walks down the stairs.
Stressing me out so much. Oh my god. I'm sweaty.
You can't do anything wrong if you're just quiet. Better silent than sorry. That's my motto, baby.
Oh.
The smallest box is the biggest coffin. Let's go.
Cujo, Mab mentioned specifically that she knows of what Tiamat's prison is. Oh, this is so fucking stupid. When he's gonna step forward and nod deeply, respectfully. Majesty. Our prison. The tyrant's prison. Magic that must have been used for it would be something beyond most people's reckoning, but you seem to be aware of what it is and how she may have found a crack in the wall. By my estimation, those things just don't appear. This has been in the making for some time.
Yes. In her time in Avernus, there was an important connection that the Dragon Queen had made. One that allowed for information to be gathered without her direct involvement. One who would allow travel from Avernus to your material plane, because she was in charge of Avernus. Zariel.
I meant it. You know, she's going to want more than the material plane. She will want everything that she can sink her paws into.
Of that, I have little doubt.
We will do what we can. But at some point, I fear that even the magic of air and darkness may need to contend with the power of the tyrant. And it's not a threat. It's not said out of anger, but for all of Mab's power, for her timelessness, for her unflappable nature. The problem with Fae is, for as wild and tied to emotion and chaotic as they can be, they can also be incredibly static. Their ways are their ways are their ways. No matter what. It is either stasis or change. And I think Winnie is hoping somewhere in that glacial heart, she understands that even the Queen of Air and Darkness may have to take up arms and do more than just wait.
I'm going to say these next words, and I wish for you to understand they are not meant to be cutting. It is my nature to be abrupt. It is my nature to be honest. Why have you not taken arms against those who have wronged you, little Winifred?
Because I have been a coward. I was content to run and hide. And to be frank, at this juncture, it seems like there are bigger problems than the things that chase me in the dark. But they are just one coven.
Then you should be aware that the longer you remain, the more likely it is that this one coven may come looking for you.
I understand that.
Be her sister. I do not say this to deal. I am asking.
Cujo, I'm sorry. I think I lost part of your sentence, or I dissociated.
You are perfectly fine. Doing a deep, quiet voice while it's raining like hell, surprisingly difficult. I am not stating this with the intent of striking a deal. I am merely requesting to be a sister to Utazash.
I think that has been the case for some time now, Majesty. I've been on the material plane for some time now, but in spite of that, in spite of everything, this place will always be my home. Though I may never see it again. I would just hate to know that she was given the opportunity to take from here as well. And when he will bow and go after Zash.
Not for any other reason than the fact that he, whatever he is now, cannot trust this individual. He will be the last one to leave this room. He has not stopped focusing on her, just in case someone tries something.
Marcus?
I think Marcus has had an entire lifetime of making deals with the wrong folk. And I think he has learned the hard way that this is not his court, this is not his time to speak. When Winnie is done, he will tip the hat with a flourish and a great bow, turn around and get and just get going, get far, get long.
As soon as Marcus begins to leave, there's maybe 5 more seconds, maybe 6, just to prove how much could have happened in that one round. And just simply turns on an axis and floats out.
Right as you make it to the threshold, you hear, I believe it is destined that you and I will forever be enemies.
Good.
As our second chances move to comfort Utazash and discuss their next move, it is here we're going to take our break. To those in chat, thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you to Hypnotic for the 5 gift subs. Thank you to our new follows. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you to Summer Poteet for 30 bits. But to our wonderful, wonderful audience, go get yourself some water, get yourself a snack, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody. And welcome back, everyone. So, you all step out of Mab's throne room. The doors slowly close, and Mab is seen on the other side, just looking in Utazash's direction until the doors fully close.
I think when Utazash walked out, she kept going. She didn't stop at the doors. She wasn't going fast. So as you all leave, it doesn't take much to catch up with her, but she kept walking until she was out of the castle and had made it to a forested area outside where there is no more guards, there's no more Eladrins. Like, she is out of the castle. So I guess Anaya is probably the first person to catch up, and so you find her just kind of standing amongst the trees, looking lost.
I think Anaya comes jogging up, a little out of breath, and kind of wipes her hands off and looks around and goes, "So this is your home?" It's awe-inspiring. Is it all full of torture mazes, or was that special treatment, or was it different when you were here? I've never been, and while I'm not happy about what happened, and I can surmise it happened to all of us, I can't imagine this is what your entire upbringing was like, no?
The answer to a lot of those questions is yes, no, and maybe. I am sorry that you had to go through that.
Oh, no. Mine was very light. It was the vibe of the rest of your friends that seemed extremely sullen. I was just turned into a monster and woke up to all of my friends being slaughtered. Very easy breezy on the dream side. Could have been much worse for a nightmare for me.
That is comforting in a way I was not expecting.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad
I'm-
we could bond in this way.
Well, sure. I'm still sorry that you were kidnapped, taken, uh,
Involuntary excursion is what I've labeled it in my diary. And also, I'm sorry you had to make that deal to not come back. Until, of course, we find this person.
No, I find this person and then we leave. And then I do not come back.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. That is... The important thing is that you are all getting back and it is not going to take weeks, and that you are all going to be safe, because that is not something that's... Where is everybody else? Did everybody
Running
else
up behind us as we
okay.
speak. Very quickly, before they get here, there is another important thing, and I absolutely must tell you. Because two things can be important at the same time, I've found.
Many things, yes.
Well, we'll start with two. One, we're going to get home and it won't take weeks. Two,
Yes.
I know that this is your home, and I know that you're sad to leave it. But it's a really beautiful thing to watch your presence be grieved. You will be missed here. Your absence will be felt. I know grief. I paint it all the time. Funerary portraits are all the rage right now. And I saw it. On the coldest of faces. You know how deep a grief has to be to show itself on an expression that is expressionless. Utazash, I found home in a sewer. I'm so sorry you'll have to find it on a new plane, but at the very least you will be missed in this one.
I appreciate you saying that. I am sad that it took... I'm sad that I did not realize it myself until the very end. And I am mad that so much of myself was taken that I don't remember any of it, so that it took till the end to know. If I just knew, if I just remembered any of it.
Yes. Well, sometimes when I paint a forest landscape, you can't see all the birds' nests inside or the deer in between, but I know they're there. You may not remember it or be able to see it in your mind, but your lived life still exists here. It has to. It can't just be wiped away, you see.
That is an experience I am sadly used to. I have come across people and places who know who I am that I have forgotten, and it sometimes is nice, and sometimes it is very awkward, and sometimes it is just weird, and sometimes they are trying to kill me, and it's never been sad, but now it will be a place I will not come back to, and I just... I regret not knowing sooner.
A tragic hero. They have many of your kind in the museums, I think. I am sorry, Utazash. I think I'm waving at the approaching rest of the group just so they don't lose us too Sorry.
Naya, Utazash, we literally lost you. Don't run so far ahead of us. Are you guys okay?
Sorry. And wiping more blood off and around. Yes. We are preparing for travel, I believe.
Basu, as you ask that, and as everybody else kind of comes on over, Udazash makes it a point to walk to you and gives you a very long look and says, "No, I am not okay. But I have been meaning to tell you something that I had forgotten that I wanted to tell you that now I remember thanks to Leo. I appreciate you asking me that twice in the last few days. And I had promised twice that I would tell you when you asked me anything you wanted to know when we had time. And then the first time I did not, because we got very distracted by everything else going on. And the second time I asked to not to remember what was going on. So if you or anybody has any questions, I do want to answer them, but I did want to thank you for twice asking me if I was okay, and then being okay with me not being okay.
Udi, I got a question. You know, it's been a long time since we got to go back to Baldur's Gate and just have a few minutes. Us sit down, have a couple of drinks. Been a long time for that. Would you like a new tattoo? Something that you can't forget?
I have a feeling I am not going to forget very much for a while, but I would always accept a new tattoo from you. What did you have in mind?
Well, and I guess it's in celebration then, us. I don't know, I'm thinking big mural on your back. Something that we fill in along the way. Something that tells your story.
What exactly are we celebrating?
Well, for starters, Utazash isn't in the same hell she used to be in. Neither am I. We have a new
Huzzah
one
for
coming.
New Hills!
Huzzah for New Hills, us. We got one on the horizon, but we can actually get to fight this one instead of breaking out of it.
And she
I
had to
think-
give up so much just to have something that she should have had. Just to live, she can't come back home. I don't know if we celebrate.
Well, I mean, maybe I'm the wrong person for this conversation, but I think when you get out of a bad place that you used to call home, that just gives you the opportunity to make a new one without all the horrible nightmares that came before it. I think we have that luxury now, don't we?
But this was her home. Not one she tried to escape.
Melody, how do you feel?
This is my home. It will always be my home. I don't want to not come back, but making sure that that is safe, and it is all of you, and it is a realization that I could remember all of you longer than I've remembered anybody else. And so I will miss this place. It will always be my home, but I will remember it. And that will have to be enough. And so it's a good thing. I have given up a thing, but I have gained a thing, and I'm going to have to learn to live with it, but I am going to also have to learn how to live and remember things. I don't know what to do when I know that I can go forward and remember my past. So that is an exciting thing to think about. But I cannot have a future if the place we are going to is destroyed. So that is why I agreed to the deal.
Sorry, Utazash, but all I could really say is I'm a pretty smart guy, I'd like to think, and I barely know what the fuck is going on. But the one thing I do know is, despite all these different half deities to different material planes and whatever, we've managed to all stick together. And as long as we're able to do that, it seems that things kind of at least work out enough for us to keep going forward. So if there's one consistent I think we can kind of lean on, is that if we stay together, we can we'll figure it out.
Well, and I am going to need all of your help because I have made this decision, and now I need to figure out how exactly to make sure that I do not ever get taken by the Dragon Queen again. And while I am sure that I can fight her off eventually, and she looks over at Leo, and I'm sure that I can fight her off eventually. I think we have learned, at least the last time I was not very successful. So I will need your help in the short term. So before we go back, I think we should talk about that a little bit before I shoot anybody again. I am sorry.
You can see, like, he hears what Marcus has said. He hears what Basu has said. He's listening to Utazash, and there's truth everywhere. This is a complicated thing we are dealing with here. And if there's one thing he can understand when it comes to Utazash right now, is when a major thing is forced upon you and you learn to live with it because you utilize the best parts of it. You think of the best parts of it. She lost her home, but now she has something to fight for and remember. Leopold lost his body, but now he has the potential to do so much more. He understands making the most out of, but it was the have to that she kept saying when it's not her choice. That's the part he just can't comprehend, and it sucks. And he's young, and maybe that youth of his is a little naive, but also in that youth he's dealt with a lot more than most. But he just looks, and he's in full illithid, and the aberrant face through it all, you can tell that he just feels sorry that this is happening, but he feels determined. There is a not a rage, but there is you're watching the scientists see the ultimate problem to be solved and being almost excited or driven to solve it. But what he does say is, okay, but I need to do one thing. And there is, in that thing, there's just a pulsing. It is just a final check. I'm going to detect magic. Ritual casting, so I can do it immediately as a ritual caster once a long rest, just to make sure Mab's energy isn't following her right now, that she is actually saying and doing what she said she would do, which is let Utazash go and do this thing.
You extend your psionic mind to detect magical sources with the spell, and outside of the sort of natural fey energy around you, there's nothing that is specifically tying to Utazash. It seems you all are truly left alone for the time being.
To him, he is seeing that as, just like we've talked about with these deals, they are finite, they're concrete, they're not easily broken. She's holding up her end of this bargain. And that for now is enough. We can speak about putting up those wards every day. It would mean my mind cannot access in ways that can help you if need be. That's the only downside. Well, but if you're willing to fight it head on, and if she tries, I will be there to hopefully fortify your mind as best as I can. That I can promise. But that is a you decision. I will do what you want.
I want to fight this head on. I am tired of hiding from it, even if I didn't even know I was hiding from it all this time. I need to be able to fight it. There will be a time where we will be fighting her, and I will have to be able to fight her off. And so I need to be prepared. And if that means doing things ahead of time, then that's what I need to do. But I cannot hide from this, and it cannot be taken out of me. And so I need to figure it out. And if sometimes that means that I cannot be in the fun mind to mind thing, then that will suck. But that's sometimes we will need to do that. But that's better than me shooting you. And then sometimes if it means I need to do other brain things with you, then that's what we will do. And if sometimes it means that Marcus is putting me in one of those burrito things, then that's what we will do. Did anybody else have any questions? I know there's been a lot going on, and I feel bad that people don't know everything. But before we start,
I just want to say really quickly, he doesn't respond verbally, but in the mental, what is this burrito?
oh, the last time that Anaya was having bad dreams, and we were unsure what to do, and Marcus was talking about putting her in a big blanket and called it a burrito?
Yes, we had someone that came from a different part of material realm come down to Avernus one time, and they saw burritos. Oh, let me tell you, you have not lived until you have one. You're going to just put anything in those, just a murder of flavors in them. Oh.
Sometimes they put cheese and they just
Are
drown
we
it in
making
the sauce.
canon burritos are an infernal thing? Is this what we
No,
just
no, no,
did?
no, 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 no. No, they brought it. They brought it to Avernus.
I was like, wait, her.
I am
So it's
not
like a
gonna
California burrito.
100%. 100%. See, wherever the material realm, they make real burritos. They brought it to Avernus, and our dumbasses put french fries and avocados in it because that's the California way, baby.
Wow.
There you go. There you go.
When we have lore keepers who watch this show, I would like to beg and implore to leave the burrito lore out of your
Put it in.
records.
No,
Apologies to Ed Greenwood for inventing burritos.
no. Ed Greenwood put all sorts of weird things in this game. I'm keeping burritos. Done. There's also sushi and tacos. All in.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
All in.
So, all right. I mean, I can't answer burrito questions, but I can answer other questions before we get going. Was there any other things that you wanted to know? Yes. Hi, Anaya. What? I do appreciate this, but it makes me want to look up when you do that.
It's all right if you look up. But then look back down. Ta-da! And she's holding another drawing. It's of the funky little butler. Does anyone recognize this strange little creature?
Dungeon Master,
Yes.
I'm from hell.
Yes.
Do I recognize this freaky little dude?
Make me a history check.
He just said, I know freaks.
I
Who's this
do.
guy?
Yeah. I'm not saying that Avernus is like, the Rakdos Circus, but it's not like the Rakdos Circus. Hold on, let me see. You said history?
Yes.
You will be proud of me because I have a +0 in that.
So proud of you.
Yeah, that's going to be a 13 unless I'm not a fighter anymore. I can't do weird stuff with my bonuses. That's just a 13.
He looks like a fiend, but there's something extra about this image that you're seeing, that there's more to him. And you don't recall anything specific in your time in hell.
Marcus will kind of stare at that picture and he goes, well, it looks like this old guy I know named Bobcat, but it can't be Bobcat because he's dead.
No, it wasn't Bobcat.
No,
It was
Bobcat,
something
no.
like scoliosis smells.
Stop.
Scoliosis smell.
No, Sclerolens, right? No, I know this guy named Sclerolens. He had this crazy
It's
bug eyes.
very
Him.
difficult to tell. He had just murdered 3 Eladrin in front of me, and then called me his lord. So I stole his weapon and threw him away. Don't know what to do about that, but if anyone recognizes him, please keep a lookout. I do not want to see him again. I explicitly said, never come back.
You probably want to
for
get
some
rid
reason, I
of.
thought you were holding him right now.
This is sketch. By
just
the
like,
scruff.
It's not actually
really
Jake, I
cool.
told him.
Look at this little shit and throw him again.
You're just shaking him.
And then
Mel-
Marcus is looking him in the face, going like, "He looks like Bobcat." Like,
Well, if you do not want him following us, you should probably get rid of the weapon you took from him. If he is Fey, then that is, you do not want his weapon.
Wonderful. And she throws it behind her.
Can I
You
make a
don't
religion
hear
check?
it hit the ground.
No! She says nothing.
Oh no. Okay.
I
wait.
will say, when Utazash did this, it was because she was watching the weapon. Did I see it hit the ground?
Make a perception check.
Sure.
This funky little butler is going to be the frickin' death of me.
That's a 32.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Casual 32.
I rolled really well.
You see this dagger go, and just as it's about to hit the ground, from around one of the trees, this teeny little red hand catches, and then it disappears behind that tree.
As in the hand disappears, or the dagger. I'm sorry. I'm parsing. I'm
Jesus
parsing.
Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm parsing. Sorry.
Fucking Omega. Swear to God.
Also, I'm very distracted by that from our chat. Oh my God, Omega. I love you so much.
I missed it. Is it? Oh,
Discord,
no.
Discord.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I just
Oh,
saw
yes.
it.
We're not.
Oh,
Nope. The hand caught the
favorite
dagger, and then you watch as the image slowly dissipated from sight as it like started to move behind the tree. Jesus Christ, Omega.
okay. How far away is this tree and the dagger?
I'm gonna say 30 feet away.
Perfect. I would like to Misty Step there immediately.
Okay.
But it's 30 feet away. So you all you all watch Anaya and keeps talking. Utazash does this and then just disappears into smoke and sparkles. And I'm gonna appear 30 feet away, right where that hand and dagger was, to look around the tree.
You can see two teeny little footprints in the snow. Stationary. You don't see any trails. You don't see any movements. You don't see any.
I do have blind sight within 10 feet.
You do not sense anything there.
Okay. Did
So we making quick decisions in the Feywild.
Yeah, I think at that
It's
point.
just meter, it's going back up. That's all.
So yeah, Anaya, I think your creepy person dude is right here.
Scoliosis, if you're back there, come out here right now. Does anything happen?
Not from that direction. 60 feet away from that tree, you hear, "Oh, my lord, have you requested my presence? Are we back on speaking terms now?" You just see this teeny little impish-looking head with that hat sort of cocked, just peers around the corner of the tree.
As I said. And then she's just like gesturing to the entire group over to Scleritus to kind of motion for them to see him and say, I swore I said no more following me.
Well, right, but the problem is that, while I understand and respect that desire, my orders come from, respectfully, the one above you. So I sort of can't stop, but I will remain at a distance. We don't have to directly interact if you don't wish it.
Can we actually see him?
Yes, you
Can we
can.
also?
Oh,
I make a
Jesus.
Can I make a religion check on this?
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, let's use the good one.
Where are we exactly?
You are in
In
a
Hell.
like loosely.
We're not hell, but it's hell.
Yeah, we're in CB's hell right now. So that's.
Did I also get down on that?
Go for it.
24 religion check from Wa.
Okay. Let's see.
Blah, 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 blah. What's my fucking religion? Dirty 20.
Okay. Both of you, in the year or so after the fall of the Absolute, some information did get out about the Dead Three and their respective champions. But there was some information about Ball, in that there was always a little steward around a Ball spawn, just to make sure that they were taken care of and cared for.
Well, shite.
I can come back. I'll come back later.
Please don't. No,
Hmm?
please don't. Please don't come back. Please don't ever come back. How did you get here?
I have been following for quite a while. I'm sort of bound to you and your sort of essence. So technically, I've sort of always. I just didn't want to directly You had your stuff going on. I didn't want to be too much.
I'm sorry. When I lived in the sewer, I'm so sorry. When I lived in the sewers, I had a butler ordained by God to take care of me, and I was eating rats. Is that right? Am I hearing that right?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, the murder of those rats was quite delicious.
Go. Now.
Okay, and they just sort of sneak behind that tree, and you see their little red hands just let go, and they disappear from sight.
I am terribly sorry, friends. I do not know this beast, but apparently he knows me.
At this point, I just kind of assume things like that are going to continue to happen. Ever since I stepped back at Baldur's Gate, it's only gotten weirder. The thing I really want to bring attention to is that you said he killed some Eladrin, as in like in Bab's palace?
Technically outside of the palace.
Well,
I had to get out of that strange headspace she had put us all in, I'm sure, and painted my way out, as one does. And as I exited, I saw several corpses of Eladrin. And he subsequently confessed, or took ownership, rather, of having done that deed. So, seems like a murderous little fellow, so I need him to stay as far away from me as possible, lest he influence me subconsciously or otherwise. If you see him, kick him. That's my best direction. Just as hard as you can, as far and as hard as you can.
Can do.
I got just two things to say about that. Number one, I will kick him so hard, but I'm concerned. I'm a little concerned, that by attacking him, we will piss off his boss. And from what I can tell, his boss is already rather really powerful, angry sort. And my other question is, and this is not a judgment upon you at all. I'm not the person to throw stones, me. But how did you become this?
No. First question.
Yes.
It can't piss him off because I threatened to murder him multiple times, and he said, "Oh yes, please, can you please murder me? I love being murdered by you, my lord." So I'm pretty sure if you kick him, it just makes his day better. I don't know why. I'm so sorry about this. I do not want him following us.
Oh, who is a freaky gremlin him? Okay.
Just kick him. Second, no. Everyone must sleep, rest, and recover. We should not be talking about whatever's going on here. We're in the Feywild. We should be dealing with the Fey things, obviously. And when we get back, perhaps I'll take you on a tour of the sewer, and you can see my art mural that I put there of my entire chronological Oh, I should not have left that in the sewer. Oh, goodness.
Could you have taken it with you? It sounds like it's something fairly big.
I painted it on the wall of the sewer.
Could you have taken an entire wall of the sewer with you?
That would be a trick, Woody. I thought that you were going to put on the wall. The good thing is that there's a lot of Zents. There's a lot of other people that go down our sewers. I'm sure that they're probably thinking, oh, that could be anybody. That's not Anaya.
Oh my God.
I am really sorry to interrupt this lovely vacation planning. I would love not to be in this realm longer than I need to. It is quite literally a pain upon my soul, and I am trying to hold it together for the sake of respecting you. Can we please get moving?
Where's the exit? This is a whole different plane thing, right?
Well, we are not leaving until we have taken care of Reinhardt, but first, yes, I can get us over to the. Let's go to the other court side, and I know a couple people we can talk to, and we can go track down Reinhardt, and then we can leave, because that is the other thing that we need to do. And then yes, we'll get. I can see that Leo and Basu are not happy here, and then Anaya, I don't.
It's not about feelings. It's really not about feelings. I want to be what I can be for you. I just feel an unraveling happening every second, which is apparently more than just a second. That's all.
I do not like you feeling unraveled, and so let's make sure you do not. Let's put you back into being raveled. Anaya, if it makes you feel any better, I now am very intimately familiar with a deity putting something inside of me that I did not want to begin with. So there you go. Let's go this way. And
let's go. Let's go do that.
Starts
do
walking.
that, Oz. Please.
I do want to quickly check how Winnie is processing, because Winnie is also back in the Fae and got hit with some hard questions involving Fae people.
Yeah.
Very specific Fae people. In fact, the Fae people who are quite literally hunting her in this moment, and being questioned about why she hasn't tried to return and take care of that. She was being truthful. She's been a fucking coward.
You know, that's being harsh on yourself, but I'm not there. Sorry.
Winifred, up until about I don't know, 2 days ago. Cujo, don't look at me like that. Fuck off. Up until quite literally, I don't know, 2 days ago, has been essentially a cleric with like 3 spell slots. She's not a fighter. She wasn't going to come and deal with this because there was no fucking reason for her to go back to the Feywild. And now she's here. Through no fault of her own. But you know what? She's here now, and they're going to have to deal with it. Because at some point, the Red Teeth Coven is going to fucking get wise about the fact that their quarry has shown up after, I don't know, 10 years. So she is listening, and she is nodding, and I'm going to make a deception check, because fuck all y'all. That's a bad deception check.
Hey, I'm rolling
The dice
inside.
I'm like,
tell the story.
as the one who was curious, I'm an insight.
I'm also rolling insight. I got a nat 20 for a total of 25.
Go
What's
fuck yourself.
out of abject curiosity? What was your deception check?
That's a 17, and that's bad for me because my deception is plus 10.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll, but I was looking at my passive, which you still beat my passive, so I'm gonna go with that.
My passive.
I feel that's only fair.
That's so wild that it could ever happen. My passive did get you, however, it is a 26.
Okay. So while she is just being quiet and listening and cataloging, her eyes keep darting to like the tree line. She is watching, waiting. She looks like nothing so much as a rabbit who has realized that the tree cover is gone and there's a hawk circling somewhere they cannot see. But she's going to keep moving, and she's going to keep doing what they need to get done because they will not be able to leave until this fucking Reinhardt is dead.
I think at the very least, This is going to be a weird thing to say. I think you would feel perhaps a slight calming of your mind. He's not casting calm emotions or anything like that, but there is a slight intention to still the storm that is starting to brew, because he has heard on multiple occasions what this group is, what this coven is, and understanding where we are. This is an uncomfortable place for many people for many different reasons. And it's also a comforting place for many people for different reasons. But many fights to fight. Let's not have all of them jump us at once. So he's recognizing that, but he won't say anything to her. Just say, you almost feel like a mental prod, maybe like it feels like a hand on the back of your shoulder. Just say, heard.
Marcus is gonna walk up. He also knows the absolute anxiety and terror that forces you to look in every corner and to look in every alleyway and all that. And he's gonna put a big arm around you, hold you close, or take you by the hand, whatever your body language suggests is more comfortable for you. More comfortable, words are hard. And he's going to, the thing was going to kiss you in the side of the head and then just kind of whisper into your ear. You lead our followers, shall? If they come here and they try to come after you, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. And if they don't come here, you tell me what to do and I'll do it. You don't got to be strong forever. I just want you happy.
She doesn't respond verbally to either. Marcus, if you take her hand, she is shaking. And Leo, I think even if it's not trying to push through, you can... It's not words. It's not flashes. It's not images. But you can feel the metallic. You can taste the metallic fear in the back of your throat. You can feel the clammy, like nervous sweat on the back of your neck, and the racing heart and the tight chest that make it feel like you're going to pass out for just a second. But she's going to huff out a really hard breath and square her shoulders and just keep moving.
What was your deception check again?
17.
So I think because Utazash had started to walk, I went with the passive. But in that moment, as Marcus starts to comfort you, as some of that mental, because Utazash is finally back in the mental link, as some of that is happening, I think some of that makes her stop and like turn around to look, like, well, why isn't everybody following me? Aren't we gonna go? She has a moment of like, what's going on? And I had her roll an insight check and I got a 22. And so I think even though her insight is usually really, really bad, in this moment, her sister is having a moment and she realizes, oh, there's a reason that you would be not happy being in the Feywild right now. I think she remembers, like, oh, no, okay, Leo's unhappy to be here because. Basu's unhappy to be here because. Now Anaya's unhappy to be here because. Oh yeah, Winnie's unhappy to be here because. And you see her just take a breath and go, it's not going to take very long for us to get to the other side. And then I'm sure I can find Reinhardt really quickly. He's very, very slow. Come on. I can get us out of here very fast. And she's going to turn around and pick up her speed.
The last thing that Leo's going to do, and I want to say, understand that I'm prefacing this with the understanding that I have a negative to the strength. But when it's not just telepathy, it's telekinesis, and there's a level of being able to manipulate matter, adjusting density, etc., things of that nature. A lot of analytical stuff don't really need to think about. What's important is that he looks down to Basu, who he knows is out of his element in many ways. And as mentioned, there's these various connections with the Fae and the Fiends and Ball and all these things. And Basu's kind of just a gnome who creates. So he understands that this might feel out of his element. This is his first time out of the material. I think he looks down. And I think it's a softer voice. Would you like to I think I can hold you up.
Basu looks up at you and smiles, and his arms kind of go out of his backpack. They latch onto your shoulders and they make like a harness to your backpack that leaves you a lot of stress. Is like, thanks, it's nice to feel this tall once in a while.
And there's a level of, you feel like almost an equalization of you slightly stabilized underneath, just in case. Because he can't pick you up, but his mind can. And he's just going to make sure he's very stressed out. But he's, no matter how much he talks or seems agitated, he is in support mode, because he's realized it's not that he's more powerful. He will never say that, but there's a difference, and he can bank on that difference being able to get through some of the Fae stuff here. So he's just going to be in support mode.
And he just says, this place, I don't think is for the imp bros, but we're going to figure it out.
I don't think a truer statement has ever been said. And you would suddenly feel a slight pressure on the top of your head. A little bit of your hair suddenly grabbed as Barnabas is going to hitch-ride.
All right.
Right, we're going to work on a theme song together, Basu.
Oh, no.
Yes.
You know what? I'm open to it.
Basu and Barnabas. Something. We can figure it out.
We'll start with alliteration. It's a good place to start. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I will leave our session with this. As you all are traveling, the snow and the ice and the cold start to fade slowly. And you come upon a surprise. In the space between, it looks like there is a camp. It is empty, but it is stocked. Fresh food, a warm fire, many cots and tents set up. And stepping out from the tree line on the other side is an Eladrin. But they don't seem to be wearing any official armor or iconography. They sort of eye your group from a distance, and they just give a wave. Hey there! How you doing? I'm not like one of That's exactly what something like one of them would say. I offer free rest with no recompense required. Should you want to relax, I understand it's a little heavy over there. Entirely up to you. The offer is here. I do not expect anything in return. Think of this as like a way station, if you will.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm joining in on that. For once,
Seeing
that's-
more than half of the party immediately shaking their heads, I think was my favorite part of this session.
Nope.
I'm gonna give advantage or aid to anyone who wants it, because I'm also like nope.
I mean, give it to Winnie because she's more likely to actually succeed at this thing.
That's fair.
I got 13, but every instinct of Utazash is a nope.
That's 19 on the die for a 27.
With a 20.
How much based on what Winnie has just said and the shenanigans that's happening here, I technically got a 1 on this die, and I'm going to reveal a feature I've never had to reveal until now. I don't like this. I get to expend a hit die to make any 1 through 3 become a 4. So you are adding 4 to that. I am that pressed that I'm not letting a 1 ride. No.
So that'll be a 31 insight check.
With a 31 insight. Despite everything that you have dealt with up until this point, and almost in direct opposition to the very nature of the Feywild, this individual is being genuine.
As this person steps out from the tree line, Marcus, Winnie's grip on your hand becomes uncomfortably tight for a second, and she just tenses, again, like a rabbit that's seen a snake. And as they speak, she is just watching him, unblinking, and then she exhales fully. And we'll say out loud to the party, they're being truthful.
What?
Listen, I completely understand. I know what neighborhood we're in. I can go, and whatever you decide to do in the camp, entirely up to you. Just, I know how heavy it can be kind of going back and forth. That's sort of why I made this here. And it's in direct opposition to the laws of these lands that I offer it freely. I will go. I will go.
Who are you?
My name is Anenra. I'm just a traveler. I swear.
We appreciate your offer, Anenra.
Do with that what you will. I'll let you do your thing, and then they quickly scutter off.
Vinny?
DM, have I heard of things like this?
Seeing Omega just you've heard of individuals being pulled into the Feywild and essentially struggling to find a means of existing, right? The rules in here don't match the rules out there. But to see somebody who's able to navigate and still find their own way of doing things, that's definitely out of left field.
Hmm.
You're telling the truth. They expect no recompense. There will be no reprisal. Should we wish to take the time, we can. And she's as shaky as she is absolutely certain of that fact.
So that's where the logic brain comes in, because this person seems to already bend the rules. Could he be bending them here too? Even if he's truthful, he can be truthful and still backstab you because he's already breaking the rules. That's my only fear. See, that's not what I was thinking in chat either. Totally something different in chat. But he's just like
1 + 2.
we just want to break. Oh my God. Oh. But if Winnie fully trusts it, Leah will.
Yeah, Utazash is kind of the same. Like, if Winnie says so, Utazash is still very much watching this guy, but we'll go, okay. I mean, we can at least share the camp. We don't have to touch any of their stuff, and I will keep watch, but sure.
I would still suggest that we don't accept food or drink, but if we want the rest, we can take it safely.
Basu is already like laying out his bedroll next to the fire. He's exhausted. He feels like he's been up for 3 weeks and he has a point of exhaustion.
I mean, you kind of have been up for 3 weeks. But Utazash doesn't say that because she feels bad about it.
I think if there's any downtime or alone time, Marcus is gonna kind of go off by himself and do a little.
What?
Killing me. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go off and do something, and I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Do you?
Okay.
We just had a whole thing about no.
You know what? I will say, if Marcus is gonna get up and wander off, Winnie will, like, if he moves, her eyes snap up. Within earshot, please.
Yeah. No, I ain't going far. It's gotta be alone for 5 minutes. That's all.
All right.
Okay. So he moseys off for a bit. Yeah. So in the last couple of minutes we have left, he's just gonna go alone, and he's gonna kind of bend knee, and he's gonna start meditating and praying, and puts his hands together. I know we gotta do a lot of bad things, us. And I know we gotta talk to a lot of bad people. I think we need to keep our eyes on the prize here and figure out what we need to be better people, to rise above the worst conditions of this whole bloody mess that we're in. With Tiamat, and it feels like no matter what I do, I'm always the idiot. So I need a plan. I need a very simple and straightforward plan. I need something on paper that I cannot forget. So I just need a list to remind myself. And he's going to start writing as if there's a pen and paper in his hand. There's nothing there, and he just starts writing a series of names and little caveats and notes to it. And it's almost like it's in his mind, and he rolls it up. And maybe it's Lathander himself, or maybe it's just this newfound paladin creed, but there is in his hand this sort of crystal paper, this see-through note. And he takes it and he puts it away. Cool. That's all I need. Just 5 minutes to
remind myself of who I am and what I'm doing in this big mess. Now let's go back and be quiet. And Marcus gets up and slowly sneaks back in, which is hard because he's wearing plate mail and it's very clunky and very loud. And he goes, okay, before we rest down, I see a little bit of a fireplace, that little cooking pot. Who wants dinner on Marcus? Basu, I knew you did.
I think
I got some
Halfway
special for
asleep,
you.
he raises his hand.
In the morning, I got breakfast for y'all. Don't worry about it, none.
All right. Well, as our second chances find a very rare and bit of respite, it is here that we are going to end tonight's episode. Whew. Oh, so much shit happened tonight. But before we depart, we want to give the floor to our incredible cast. Let them know who you are, how we can find you, and how we can support you.
Whew. Hi, I'm Lauren Urban. She, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website, lauren-urban.com. I'm here. I am on Wednesdays. You can also find me on Chronicles. I'm running for the next couple of weeks. Pre-recorded episodes of Drift Fishing, where I'm playing with awesome people. Episodes of Tackle Box by Jay Walton. So if you want to see me and some awesome people playing a surreal fishing game where wild things happen, you should watch that. I just got done with an episode where me and CG Danny played, and it's fun and amazing. And we got a couple episodes of that. You can also find me on Sundays on the Players and Book channel playing a Tabaxi cleric who, much like Winifred, is just trying to keep her friends alive. And yeah, I love playing with these people. I'm so glad to be back. And thanks everybody for helping Utazash out, because I love y'all. Thank you.
Hello, friends. My name's Omega Jones, also known as Crypt Bard. Crypt Bard across all social media channels. I have been Leo Podcast Mayor, our illithid scion. This is a test, and I don't know if he's succeeding or not. We're gonna find out next time on Glee. But for now, meditation and keeping anything out that ain't supposed to be here is on his mind until we get Reinhardt and get the heck out of this place. But he also recognizes that in a way, a lot of chapters are opening, a lot of books are closing, a lot of chapters are changing, I should say, in this space right now, and a lot of hard decisions are being made. He's realizing that there's going to be a hard decision almost every other day at this point, until we've saved the world. Woo! But until then, we rest. Meadow.
Oh, howdy, I'm Meadow. I've been Meadow and will hopefully continue to be Meadow in the future. You know, Cujo cursed me tonight. The first time he's ever given me something, I was like, hey, by the way, I hate this thing. Decided to slip it in there. I legitimately forgot that the funky little butler existed. So I can't wait to hate him loudly the rest of the time I'm here. And I'm so excited to be going through this journey of the Feywild with this incredible group of people, watching them grow and how it helps Anaya grow. So very grateful. What a fun episode we've had. And I'll see you next time.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they. I have been your Hexblood Celestial Warlock, Winifred Fithiok, on the edge of a nervous breakdown, but the horrors persist, and so does she. Yeah, no, shit's about to hit the fan in the worst, best way. Fridays, congratulations, you found me. I'm here every Friday, unless, God or the weather decide otherwise. Welcome to the Midwest, kids. Wednesdays, you can find me over at Rebels Without a Castle for a little more D&D with my friends over at the Stone Lord's Folly. And a big, huge thing that I'm working on and will be involved with for next month is Darkness Emerge at Los Angeles from By Night Studios. Big old vampire LARP happening at the Millennium Biltmore in Los Angeles. Most of the cast that you will recognize from Los Angeles by Night will be in attendance, including some very special guests, and myself as a creator for the event. So if you're going to be in Los Angeles and want to do some badass vampire LARP, you should check out darknessemergent.com.
Hello, I've been Tony Rodriguez, aka the Encounter Smith all over the internet. I played Basu Brightbolt, our gnomish artificer, who is journeying to unknown places and being a small boy from Baldur's Gate. As things get more complicated, he sticks to two things: keeping his friends close and keeping his friends safe. I'm excited to see what other shenanigans he gets into.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. If you see the bearded face, you are in the right place. Fridays, you can find me here. Mondays in the future, you can find me somewhere else. We'll give you some more details on that when that arrives. Also, starting in May, on Saturdays, I'll be doing a D&D event over at Geeky Tees. So if you are in the LA area and you want to do an awesome D&D event with me at my table, please go ahead and check my social media. There is a link there for tickets that you can purchase. And we'll just let the good times roll. Marcus is just kind of a big dude. He's there. And now he's got a list. And we're just going to see what he's going to do with that list. But right now, one of those names is not, well, Reinhardt, but he's not on the list. We're going to have to go kill him, I think. Anyway, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for watching the adventure. Thank you. Goodbye.
And I have been Cujo. I've been your chronicler for this evening. Oh my God. It kind of hit in the middle of this session how this whole campaign has had twists and turns and fun moments and heavy hitting moments. And tonight was definitely a heavy hitting one. I genuinely love this party. I love every player here at this table. You guys make it so much fun and so exciting to take big swings as NPCs, sort of alien NPCs who don't feel emotions the same way as normal individuals do. It's fun and also incredibly taxing.
And thank you for that.
Of course, I love you guys. You can follow me all over the places at the Cujo Plays Games or as Crit Hit Chronicles for official show announcements, updates, that sort of thing. As Lauren has mentioned, we've got drift fishing on Wednesday nights, which is, oh God, it's so whimsical and lovely. It's so delightful. It's so cool. Thursdays, you can catch us for Sagas of Anima, our new Daggerheart actual play featuring a collaboratively built world. Oh man, we started with a bang last night. It's great. Greed's a thing. Isn't that great? Fridays, you found us. It's Shadows Over Baldur's Gate. And if you are a fan of listening to the voice of myself and Laura Tutu, you can go and listen to The Road to Hell, an award-winning podcast of Hunter the Reckoning, featuring the both of us. And when I say you need to keep an eye on the socials for announcements, I mean one is coming, because we're not done with new shows. There's so much more we got ready to go. So follow us on the socials. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and raid Brother Keon, who is a wonderful friend of the channel. They're currently playing some Pokemon, and we're going to go and bug them. So when we get there, make a comment about their Pokemon, because, yeah, that's the kind of friendship bullying that I subscribe to. And by that, I mean, I'm probably going to message them later and be like, I'm kidding, I was kidding. Anyway, we're going to get the raid set up. But in the meantime, we love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. And we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.